As case manufacturers continue to innovate, guys, cost, aesthetics and performance, I think you get something like this. This is the Corsair 4500X. We're going to unbox it. We're going to walk you through some of the features and the benefits of this case, its designs and so on and so forth. Talk about the cost and ask and pose the question, should this case be on your list if you're looking to either build a new PC or upgrade your current case? Let's find out. And I want to point out here, I did ask Corsair to send me this out to actually review, but this is bought with my own money. I can say what I want, and these are all my own opinions, so take it as you will. I'm actually in love with this case. I've not built in it. I've not even took the side panel off yet, but I really, really like the aesthetic. This panoramic view of the side and the front panel that goes all the way around, uninterrupted, is simply stunning. They'll actually give you some very clear instructions on the side panel here of how to take this glass panel off. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get into it. So it says, slide it that way and then fold it down. Please don't break. Right, slide it that way. There we go. And then slide it this way. No, nothing to grab there, but we can grab it there. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, thank the Lord. Don't fall. And that's what I'm talking about in terms of that one piece of glass. So it has got these steel reinforcements at the top and at the bottom. It's obviously got a lip that it sits on the bottom of the case. Likewise, on the sides, or on the front, shall we say, it's also got another lip which locks it into place. And then we've got these push fixings at the top and at the bottom. Really, really nice design. This will not be cheap. So just having that curved glass instead of your 90-degree front and side panel is obviously going to have an impact on the cost of this particular case. So let's get that out of the way straight away. This is the 4500X and it is the RS-R RGB model. There are other models and I'll put them on the screen now. Some come with the RS fans, some come with the LX fans. They don't do a model to my knowledge where it's just a bare bones case, but I'll obviously put the prices and the models on the screen so you can see the different variants. Now we got rid of that glass, we can see inside of the actual case, and on first inspection, guys, I really, really like it. I think personally the fact that it comes with these 3 included RS-R fans, so reverse blade fans acting as an intake, is obviously better than not having any at all. It's not the cheapest case in the world, but what I will say, from what I've just touched so far, it's really, really nicely made. There's a good interaction between steel, plastic and glass. It seamlessly transitions from one to another. It looks well made. It stands quite well. We mentioned at the start of the video, I think this is more of a hybrid between the Frame 5000D and the 3500X. Obviously, it's got certain similarities to both cases. The one thing that I'm not a big fan of is having the power supply shroud here, right in the foreground. It pushes the motherboard quite a way up in terms of the case. And I've got so used to having dual chamber cases that basically you don't have this unsightly thing here. You can actually put 3 fans in the bottom, see all the way down to the bottom of the case. So you'll see straight off the bat, we have our 9 standoffs pre-installed. This particular case also caters for the back to front motherboard connections. I'm going to say straight off the bat, guys, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it removes an element of customization that we have become accustomed to over the last 5-10 years. Gives an opportunity to add some color and personality to builds, but that being said, if you don't want that and you want a very simplistic no cables build, then this case also caters for that as well. With graphics cards getting a lot larger, the integration of a GPU holder is a nice little addition. Turning our attention to the bottom of the actual case, you'll see here that the actual case is raised quite nicely. I would say it's a good 2.5 centimeters, 3 centimeters with these 2 feet at the back and then this long one at the front. You've got nice little rubber feet on there to stop any slips. We've also got a nice full length dust shroud as well, which is come included. At the top of the case, we've got this lovely new plastic design. I think it's quite nice aesthetically. In order to get into this, we've actually got two captive thumb screws. We can undo those, but what we also need to do is take this back panel off this side. We can just push up, remove this side panel. Again, matches the actual top. It's also got a really nice fine filter in here. So if this is an intake on the side here, again, dust is not going to be an issue. At the back, we've also got this door we can just pull up on and slide out. That's a nice solid piece of metal, guys. Well, steel. Nicely finished. Got some foam on there, so it's not going to bang or anything on this side panel. No rattles or anything like that. And again, a nice little lip that sits into the corner of our case. We can push back on our top panel and just pull it up. And then we've got a series of clips that just lock it down into place. Yeah, it's not bad actually. Not bad at all. So I was just putting some weight on this corner here. It's obviously got a little bit of flex in it, guys, because that glass acts as the glue that holds it all together. But again, not too bad at all. In terms of dimensions, it's 478 in terms of height, 499 in terms of length, and in terms of the actual width, it's 246 millimeters in total. So at the back of the case, for SSDs and storage, you've got mounting for 2 SSDs on the back of this tray here, and you can also fit one 3.5-inch hard drive as well. It also doubles up as a fantastic place to put your IQ Link hub here as well. There's plenty of tie down points down this right hand side that will keep our EPS connectors firmly in place and allow some nice straight lines when it comes down to cable management as well. We've got some cable sheathing that's disguising our front panel connectors, and that's housed down this center, and again we've got 3 more tie down points down here as well. In terms of power supply, this will fit up to 250 millimeters. So if you've got an ATX 3.1 or ATX 3 power supply, you should have no issues. For the larger 14, 15, 1600 watt power supplies, just check that it's no bigger than 250 millimeters and you're good to go. One of the other things that I really loved about the 5000 frame RS and the 4000 was the actual InfiniRail system. You can choose up here whether you want them on 120s or 140 fans. You just undo these 2 screws, slide this to the right, and now we have access for 120 fans or 140 fans. The only thing that I think this case is missing from the 5000D in terms of the new tech is the rapid root side of things. It doesn't include that in this particular case, but if that's not something that you're bothered about, then it's not going to be an issue. So let's talk about fan and radiator support. So we've already mentioned we can put 120s or 140s at the top of this particular case. So you can fit 3 120 fans, or you can fit 2 140mm fans. At the rear, you can also put a 120 or a 140. At the side, we can fit 2 140s or 3 120s. We can also place a 120 here, a 120 here, and a 120 here as well. So 3, 6, 9, 10 120s in total if you wanted an air cooler. With that being said, in terms of max height for our air coolers, it's 185 millimeters, and for graphics cards, it's 450 millimeters. So even the largest 5090 is going to fit without any hassle. In terms of front I/O, we've got our power button. We've also got our microphone and headphone jack. We've then got 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A ports, and then we've got 1 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C port as well. If horizontally mounting your graphics card's not good enough, we can undo these screws. We can rotate the actual bracket itself. 3 little prongs on her side, pop it in, and then we can lock it down into place and that will allow us to vertically mount our GPU as well. So with that being said, guys, I really like this case. The only thing that I wish is that it did house more 140 fans with obviously the 5000D. I can put 3 140s at the front, 3 140s at the side, 3 140s at here, and so on and so forth. But this InfiniRail does allow us to put 2 140s at the top, 2 at the side, and 1 at the actual rear. But I think it would be much nicer just with 120s in this particular case. I'm not a huge fan of putting the 120s on top of the actual power supply. I don't think there's any requirement for that. What we're probably going to do, because we're going to be building in this in the next couple of weeks, guys, I might save it for the last video of 2025. Don't know yet, but it's going to be quite a nice one. I think what we're going to do is we're going to deck it out with a 360 at the top, 3 intakes at the actual side, and then we'll have 1 exhaust. I think we're going to leave these 3 spaces here empty. I don't think there's going to be much need for them, in all honesty. I'm very excited to actually see what a nice little build is going to look like in this. But I'm interested to hear from you guys. Has anyone got a 4500X? Hopefully none of you have smashed or broken that glass. As far as I've seen, there's been no defects, no paint scratches, no issues with regards to the case. The nice little touches with the rubber on the bottom of the feet, my table really appreciates it. And at 169 quid, it's not the cheapest case out there. And let's be honest, it's not the most flamboyant in terms of cases, that it's feature packed. But I've come to love and get on with Corsair cases. I absolutely adore my 5000D, and I had the Lian Li 011 XL for 4.5 years before that, and it took something really nice for me to be pulled from the dark side over to the 5000 DRS, and I did that. It might actually happen that I change to this one as well, because I quite like this, decked out in some QX fans. It's a bit of me, I quite like it. All with that being said, guys, would you buy this 4500X? If you're waiting to see a build in it, I'm going to be doing a step-by-step one in the next couple of weeks. As I said, it might be out just before Christmas, so you'll have to wait on for it. But it's going to be a very special build for a very special young man. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, leave some comments down below. Don't forget to like, and please, for the love of God, please subscribe. I'm trying to get as many subscribers as I can in 2025 to at least make it worthwhile walking into 2026. Guys, appreciate all of your time. Have a great weekend. Peace.